Hi guys, what is up and welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you my favorite resources that I've used so far in nursing school. So I've been through 3 semesters and I have 2 semesters left. So I feel like it's been a good amount of time to kind of establish the best resources and share them with you guys. And then at the end of the video, I also want to share with you a website that I found that I have been able to get a lot of my textbooks for free at. So I discovered this in my first semester and I've used it ever since. And to be honest, most of my required textbooks are on the website and I can download them for free. I will say they're not typically the newest edition, but it does typically have the editions below that. So if you don't mind using an older edition and you don't mind having a textbook online, then you definitely might want to utilize this website. Also, a lot of the resources that I will be sharing in the video will be on there as well. I'm not going to share these books in any kind of order with you guys. They're all just kind of laying on my bed, and I just figured I will pick them up in a random order and share with you guys why I like them. So the first resource is this Nursing Diagnosis Handbook. This is the one by Ackley, which a lot of people do recommend, and I'm pretty sure this one is on that website. So if you want this book and you don't care to have it in a PDF format on your laptop or iPad or whatever, then you can just get it for free. I think I actually bought this one used, but again, you're probably going to want a Nursing Diagnosis Handbook, and this is the one that I use and recommend. Okay, so the next book that I want to share with you is this medical dictionary. So I picked this up before my first semester. I got it used at like a super good deal. So I was like, you know what? It sounds like it would be useful. I'll just pick it up. And I'm actually really glad that I got it. It's just nice because I feel like a lot of times in school you're going to be studying or in lecture or reading, and you're going to come across something that you don't know what it is. And it's pretty much anything that you don't know, you can find in this dictionary, and it's just super nice. I keep it by my desk, and it does have like pictures and stuff within the dictionary that are nice. There's some charts in here. Again, it's not like a necessity. It is just really nice to have on hand. Alright, so the next book that I'll share with you guys is my drug reference guide. So I have the Mosby's 2021 Nursing Drug Reference 34th edition, and this is just the one that my pharmacology professor recommended, so it's the one I picked up, and I use this every single clinical. So once you start passing medications in clinical, you're going to have to know what you're giving your patient. So in my program, before we are allowed to administer our drugs, we have to go through every single drug that the patient is on. We have to write out signs and symptoms, complications, interactions, and go through it with our professor before we give them. And this book has helped me a lot with that, and that's why I use it every clinical. So I would definitely recommend getting a drug guide. Like I said, this is just the one my professor recommended, but I think any drug guide will do the job. Okay, so the next book that I'll share with you guys really quickly is just this APA manual. This is the newest edition, the 7th edition. So pretty much when you're writing papers or even sometimes discussions, your professors might want them in APA format, and this is the newest, so this is what most of them are going to go by. I ended up actually spending like a couple hours once I got it in the mail just reading through it and picking out the important parts that I thought I would refer back to a lot. And then I also like tabbed it here, and it was a very good idea because now anytime I go to write papers, I can pretty much just flip to all these tabs and it's everything that I need to write all of my papers. I would recommend it if your professor says that you should have it, and also I'm pretty sure, not 100%, but I am pretty sure you can get it on the website that I'm going to tell you guys about too. So you could always download it for free if you wanted to. Okay, so I'm going to share the next 2 books with you guys. And these are essentially like study guides that really helped me in Peds and OB. If it was not for these 2 books, I'm not sure if I would have gotten A's in both of my classes, Peds and OB, because it was like 15 weeks condensed into 10. So it was just like so much information in so little time. I was so overwhelmed. Like I grabbed the book, like my actual textbook. So this was the textbook for my Peds and OB class. Over 10 weeks, I was pretty much assigned this entire book. And I swear it is literally like 80% of this textbook is condensed into bullet points in these books. Like it literally saved my grades in Peds and OB. So I like the way these are structured because a lot of the content is separated into bullet points like this. there's charts, there's pictures, and then before each chapter there's 10 practice problems, and then after each chapter there's 10 practice problems, and all of them come with rationales. So super, super helpful. The one thing I will say about these books is they are from the same publisher of my textbook. So this is a Pearson textbook, and this is a Pearson study guide review. So next semester I have MedSurg, and it is not through Pearson, but I still think I might order her study guide. Her name is Marianne Hogan. I think I might still order her study guide for MedSurg because I think it'll still be helpful. I just don't know if it's gonna be as tailored to my textbook as it was with this. But again, these are a game changer, and I do not think I would have survived PEDS and OB without them, because it's like this much information condensed into these two books. All right, so I have a few more things to share with you. So the next thing is the Saunders NCLEX RN exam review. I'm sure you've heard many people talk about this, so I'm not gonna go into much detail, but pretty much this is gonna be almost every single one of your nursing classes condensed into this book, into nice little bullet points, charts, pictures, things like that. So a lot of times with this book, if I don't understand like a concept in class, or I don't feel like reading all the assigned readings in my textbook, because sometimes you just don't have the time, then I can go to the topic in this book, find it, read the bullet points, and pretty much get most of the information that I need to know. So another thing I like to use this book for is for finals. So if you have a cumulative final, it's really good to just go through this book. Also for like an ATI final, I'll go through things, and then after that I do lots and lots of practice problems. I swear that's how I do well in my exams, is just by practicing whatever content I'm learning in a question format and then reading the rationales. It helps me a ton. So the next books that I'm going to show you guys are just that. They're practice problems. So I'm sure you guys have heard of these, the Davis Success Series books. So I definitely recommend these because they are full of practice problems. That's it. So there's no like study guide format to them, no like bullet points. It's just all practice problems. But I really like the way that it's structured. So I'll just go over an example. So like for pharmacology, so most pharmacology classes are going to go by body system, right? So I can say I'm studying the cardiovascular system that week and the drugs that go along with the cardiovascular system. Then I can just go to that chapter and do every single one of those practice problems and read the rationales, and it'll just really help you to take all the information you've learned and apply it before you go to take your exam. So I have the fundamentals one that I used, the pharm one that I used, and then I'm going to be using this MedSurg one for my next 2 semesters. Okay, so the last book that I'm going to share with you guys is another one full of practice problems, and that is the Q&A for the NCLEX, Lippincott Q&A. So I utilized this a lot last semester with PEDS and OB, and I know I'm also going to use it for my MedSurg class this semester, but the thing I like about this book is, again, it's just very well organized and structured. So pretty much like any topic that you're learning in class, you can look that up in this book and then just do all the practice problems that they have for that topic. And there's about 100 practice problems on each topic, so it's a lot. So this, again, really helped me to do really well on my exams, because obviously, like, we have to learn everything and study and put it in our brains, but actually applying it in a question is a lot different, and it kind of helps you remember it a little bit more, because when you're quizzed or tested on it again, you can say, oh yeah, I remember that now, because you've taken the time to answer a question, look at the rationales, and understand why you got it right. So you're actually understanding what you're learning. But anyways, that is all of the books that I have to share with you guys that were my favorite resources so far through my first 3 semesters. If I discover anything else, I will definitely include it in more videos. But the last little thing I want to share with you guys was the website where I got the free textbooks. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys this website. So it's called z-lib.org. So you just go to the website. You don't need to sign in or sign up. You can just go straight to the books and just type in whatever you want. So we'll try Fundamentals of Nursing, press enter, and then a bunch of the fundamentals textbooks will come up. You could also try just like MedSurg, since I'll be taking that class for the semester. And I did find my textbook on the website. It is just the lower edition, so I'm just going to message my professor and make sure that's okay. But again, they have like the Success series on here, which is nice. But yeah, so I hope you guys find that useful. So that is all that I have to share with you guys in this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. If you guys liked my video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And if you hit the little bell, it'll send you notifications when I post new videos if you like my content. Otherwise, have a beautiful day, and I will see you guys soon.